Alright, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakakarash. The abundance of the apostles, salute to you, brothers, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. This is going to be a quick hit with a series of other videos based off this AI, and just a quick breakdown in these end times of just something that's going on right here. Our brothers have been, delving into the topic of, this end game here, which, which is what we've been doing. And right now, just to show you how much there's a controlled agenda going on from the top elites. Now you've got, you had and I'm not going to go too heavy into this, but you had the space race. You had the thing where the Axis powers. You always have like America, China, Russia competing for things. So who can get into space first, or who can get on the moon and all this sort of stuff. So there's always these who's got the best military, who's got the best nukes. And now the thing right now is going on right here is who's got the best AI. Now obviously China has, because China have been on that, but at the same time, that technology is for everywhere anyway. So the technology is global. It's a new world order technology for the elites to control the people. That's what's happening here. So I'm gonna play this BBC News report, about 2 days old now. And we're gonna go into this here. So let's play it and then let's break some of this down here.
President Trump says the rapid rise of the Chinese artificial intelligence company DeepSeek is a wake-up call for the US tech industry. DeepSeek, which its owners say cost around just $6 million to develop, has become the most downloaded free app in the US. It appears to require less powerful computer chips than its American tech giant rivals. But Mr. Trump said he was confident that the US would remain dominant in the field. Our North America technology correspondent Lily Jamali has more.
From a virtual unknown to most downloaded app in Apple's US App Store, DeepSeek has become an overnight sensation. It's an AI chatbot similar to OpenAI's ChatGPT, which first catapulted AI into the mainstream. DeepSeek can offer quick and comprehensive answers to your questions, from who is King Charles to what should I make for dinner. Introduced last week, by Monday, it had caught fire in the U.S., sending shockwaves through global markets. DeepSeek's Chinese developers claim they trained its models for a fraction of the funds and computing power used by competitors.
DeepSeek really...
Yeah, I mean, and look, there's a whole bunch of things going on here. You got to understand that when you had the lockdowns and stuff like that, when they pushed the whole the things into people, that injections and that, I don't know how to say, Vicky's venom, you know what I mean? These are code words used for it so you don't get your channel stripped, but it's Vicky's vindictive venom. That's one of the ones I come up with. The snake oil juice brothers were saying, and all this snake juice, snake bite, and all that. But imagine that everybody was all for that. Governments were for that. The same people that are talking about you got these people that think that Trump is some rebel leader of the new age. Like, you guys are crazy, man. And you know what? He might be a rebel leader of the new age. Exactly that. He's a rebel against the Most High, and he's a new ager. Okay, that's why he's got all the Golden Dawn references, Golden Age, occult references, and all of that, man. What I want to do is let's keep playing, because you got this DeepSeek going on here, and it's this is another thing that, so AI, that's another thing that everybody's on board with. How come that's one of the most satanic New World Order operations that you can get. AI, you know what I'm saying? Biometrics, merging man and machine and AI and all that. AI surveillance. And he's all for that. And it's crazy, man.
Changes the game. It's not that it's better than any existing models, but it's cheaper and it doesn't require as many H100s. And a lot of the US foreign policy around AI has been about how many of these fancy chips other people get to use. And China figured out a workaround to that.
U.S. tech stocks sent into freefall. Shares of the AI chip designer NVIDIA, most notably, fell by as much as 17% on Monday. But spend enough time on DeepSeek and you notice that it doesn't answer certain questions. When our team asked what happened at Tiananmen Square, the response we got was, "I'm sorry, I cannot answer that question. I am an AI assistant designed to provide helpful and harmless responses." From what we've observed, DeepSeek consistently steers clear of answering questions that might be deemed politically sensitive.
Yeah, even with the car industry, you got China versus America in terms of all the new cars. China's kind of is blowing them out of the water with the stuff that they new electric vehicles can do and stuff like that. But like we said, China, they've had people under that, and that system they didn't come up with that. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and all these banks and all that. China's when they're all up in that world. Okay, the elites are global because what the Rothschild. First of all, the Rothschilds, they're over in the UK, and I've got a video coming on about that. They're global players. So these countries like Babylon the Great, the major player, the biggest player in the scriptures, Babylon the Great, is actually owned by the Rothschilds, and it's going to be completely destroyed by the thermonukes. But they're controlling their influence is in all these countries because it's going to be a global new world order. That's why over there in China, them motherfuckers are in slavery under that stuff going on. The technology and the blueprints going on over there with technology and AI and all that. So that's what we're seeing happening over in the West right now. And because of this now, DeepSeek, all these names as well, when you check these names out, they like Trump's put out the Stargate. Now, you had a show called Stargate SG-1, right? And then you got another part of his things called Oracle. See, all that is to do with soothsayers, witchcraft, and all that on a higher level. What do you call them, guys? Astrologers and that. Like the scriptures talks about soothsayers. But it talks about the astrologers and the monthly prognosticators and that. So there's a lot going on with this, bro. There's some heavy things going on right now. And this is why I'm trying to do this video quick, because this is a lot of stuff to unpack here.
By China.
In the particular case of DeepSeek, they have a bias built in to say things that are consistent with what the Chinese party wants them to say. The deletion example, where it gave an answer and walked the answer back, shows you that something has been added on, bolted on, to try to make this thing conform to somebody's idea of what's politically acceptable.
China and the U.S. are embroiled in an AI race. Just last week, President Donald Trump announced...
You see how easy it is now to get people to accept AI. They're going to go, well, you know what? If China are trying to mess with us and control us and take us over through AI, then we need to get our AI up. Get up our AI game. And this is what they've done. What was it about the 20th or something like that? Trump had announced this Stargate. And I've talked about this AI infrastructure that they're going to be... How much money they're putting into that? I can't remember the figure, but it was a big figure. um how much money they're putting into setting up AI infrastructure all over the states and employing people instantly. So just overnight changing the infrastructure of the country, which everything's already been set up, planned. They've been doing it because there's videos from about 7 months ago talking about AI databases and all that. They've had these things, but they're really, really ramping it up. There's videos from 7 years ago talking about AI databases and that. Because these things, you didn't just wake up, or let's just do this, man. This dude's been controlled the whole time, and y'all couldn't see it. Because all you're thinking about is worried about or kicking people out of countries and shit like that. And even the whole thing with getting on homosexuals and all that. Listen, man, there's pictures and stuff like that with him with the Epstein and all that. There were certain cats on certain lists, and then it just disappeared. They never spoke about it again. So this is what's going on with this thing here, and that's why scriptures talks you to be circumspect, man. Don't just get caught up with it all of a sudden. Now you're gonna get tripped over, man. Just because Alex Jones is riding out for Trump and all that, then all of a sudden Elon Musk is some truther guy out of nowhere. I mean, that's insane. And and there's a lot more I could have said on that, but I had to Spirit had me say that because that's pretty much what's going on here now. Let's just play
Stargate, a joint venture involving a $500 billion investment by global tech giants in AI infrastructure.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win.
The UK government says Britain's £14 billion AI infrastructure investment also remains on track. With the arrival of DeepSeek, the AI race has just grown more heated.
So the UK is involved in this as well, because obviously everywhere is going to be involved in it. It's the global world order. You know what I'm saying? The UK, as we say, I mean, come on, man, goes without saying, Rothschilds are here. So this is what's going on, man. Just caught that part at the end. They're mentioning the UK, okay, a few cats in the UK. And there's a lot of things. I might do some UK tailored videos in a hot minute. There's a lot of stuff going on over here as well. But we deal with geopolitics. Okay, we do politics of the world. Let's get this right quick. So I had a couple of AI videos but I didn't. That's not what I want. But that is part of it, that scripture. But I'll put that in the next video, because this is where I'll go more in depth in what they're actually trying to do spiritually with this whole thing. 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, what's it called? I think the Americans OpenAI and the China's DeepSeek. You know what I'm saying? So those are the opposing AIs right now, so-called. You know what I mean? Because there's no opposing. Their work is AI. You know what I mean? All designed for an agenda at the top of the elite to control people, man. There's a lot of deep information. You got the Super Soldiers program. You got the different super weaponized humanoid robot kind of things that protect the elites, that the elites can use. They can, have their own personal things. But you know that's what it is. So I'm gonna close this one out. I'll be doing some more videos on this, so more info will come, man. Shalom.